All right, before I start my show where I scream at clouds, meal prepping is a real pain in the you-know-what. And I don't care what anybody tells you, it's an incredible amount of work, and you're liable to make a lot of food that is very repetitive. So your big plan to eat well is pretty much submarined after week one. What if you could take all the convenience of meal prep, except you don't do a bit of it, and no repetition? That's what Factor meals are all about. Delivered to you regularly, ready to go. You warm them up in some of the greatest tastes you'll ever have. You'll be like, how can this possibly be? It's a perfectly cooked, amazing meal without a ton of calories and all the nutrition and energy I need to live a healthy lifestyle. Let's face it, time is a factor. And if you're short on time, you aren't going to eat well. Forget the time factor. Forget paying too much for getting takeout food. How about something absolutely perfect, ready to go? When things get hectic, Factor is flexible. You can even change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. This is so set up for you, you're going to love it. Stress less over meal times in the new year. Factor's no prep, no mess meals, free up time otherwise spent shopping, cooking, and cleanup. No more wasting all that time. Listen, head to factormeals.com/Zane50 and use code Zane50 to get 50% off. That's right. Code Zane50 at factormeals.com/Zane50 to get 50% off. Factormeals.com/Zane50. Use code Zane50 to get 50% off. That's code Zane50 at factormeals.com/Zane50 to get 50% off. Do it. All right. Oh, my God. Holy cow. Welcome into a Detroit Lions victory party celebration reaction video. Oh, man. Oh, what the hell? Is this really happening? I mean, seriously, it's very important that I do this right now, because otherwise my podcast coming up tomorrow morning would kind of just me be going, oh, God, holy shit, can you believe it? But fucking A, they've done it. Well, I mean, they won. Okay, it's so uncharted territory for us. To be now these two games behind us, absolutely outstanding watches. By the way, both excellent games, especially that game today. Tampa, absolutely deserved to be there. I had a lot of concerns about them and their defense, and we kind of chipped away, and some players on Tampa's team got injured. Did you see that one guy who he hurt his back, and then he had to sit like this when they were carting him off the field? They had a couple of key players that got injured on the defensive side, and then the Lions kind of took advantage of that. But then nothing's easy with the Lions not being able to end the ball on offense, having to give the ball back with plenty of time for Baker Mayfield and the Bucs to march down the field. And then I don't know who picked it off. Something Barnes, Derek Barnes, is that his name? The linebacker made an outstanding catch. I'll get to the NBC things. There was some real problems with NBC on that broadcast. Somebody said it was like the ending of The Sopranos. But I don't know, man. I was watching a video that I just posted on X of Dan Campbell when he was giving one of his impassioned speeches, and I had to let off the gas on that, because I wanted to almost bust out crying. You know me. I got it together. All right, it's no big deal. It's all right. It's okay. Just trying to stay calm. I'm trying not to get too, it's awesome. Just kind of enjoying it appropriately, I guess. Donut Dan says, yes, number 55. I think his name's Derek Barnes. His first interception of the season. The guy went up. He jumped 30 feet in the air and brought that thing down, and Baker Mayfield's fuck. Becky writes, holy moly, I'm on a cruise ship in the crowd watching this game was nuts. Boy, that would be fun, watching that game with a crowd I had I did had my lovely wife, my dogs, the NFK, who were swearing at the TV. The NFK, every time Baker Mayfield would drop back to pass, he'd go, "Fuck you, fuck you," and I'm just sitting quiet. There was when Gibbs had that long touchdown run in the second half. I had saw that clip on my phone. I mean, I saw the actual play on my phone, and they were watching on Peacock, so it was behind. So I rushed into there and like, okay, this is good. I didn't lead on that I knew what was up. And then I recorded Pooh Bear as Gibbs ran in and scored that touchdown. It's just, this is what you have to understand if you're like not in any way interested in any of what's going on. People in Michigan and wherever there are Lions fans, I mean, it has been a shit show for not years, for decades. And to be now going to the game that decides who's going to play in the Super Bowl is crazy. In 1991, the Lions did go to this same game, the NFC Championship game, and they were murdered by the eventual Super Bowl champions. But, it's just a distant memory. You don't even really, it just wasn't the same. I think everybody kind of knew they were going to get murdered in that game. And I mean, with all of leading up to this game, the LA game and this game, I had the same vibe. Just, I don't know. It's going to be a bitch. Nothing comes easy. Every team in the playoffs is fucking good. There is no walkovers, Things got a little out of hand with Baltimore and Houston, but Baltimore is a fucking juggernaut. Jesus. But as of right now, though, I'm just so damn happy. I'm just so damn happy that they have been able to turn this shit around, considering the fact that if you go back to Dan Campbell's first year, all right, they started out 0 wins, 10 losses, and a tie. And then they finished the year 3-3. All right, silver lining. We were 500 the last 6 games. Great. And we're thinking something to build on for the next season, which is last season. And they start out that at 1-6. And people were starting to say Dan Campbell needed to be fired. And then they went crazy and finished the year at 8-2 to allow them to be 9-8 on the year, just missed the playoffs. And this year got off to they've been consistent. They've had ups and downs. I mean, my God, there was that shit show game. They got murdered by Baltimore. They looked like garbage against Chicago. They lost to that game. And what other game do they look like shit in? God, I remember. It doesn't fucking matter. Does not even matter. And then how upset we were in that Dallas game. And now that's such a distant memory because the Cowboys got jail sexed. And here we are, one of 4 teams standing. So you kind of like, you're happy, you get it all out of your system, and then they got to get back to work. And then I'll be there wearing my Billy Sims jersey. There it is. There's the autograph on the back. Billy Sims. Heisman Trophy, 1978. Woo! And it's important to me because this is what I rooted. This was the player that was my favorite player when I was very young, 10 years old. I was like, wow. Became a big Lions fan. It's been the same ever since. Sure, there's been ups and downs, but I've always stuck with him. There have been times when I just kind of like backed off and tried not to pay attention to the shit, getting all pissed off, and they sucked. But my God, here we go. Here we go. Wow. All right. I don't want to get too out of control on this because essentially it's 2 playoff games. They're not going to the Super Bowl yet. They have to win another one. I just wanted to talk because I felt like I had to get this energy out. I'm like a dog that's like, running around the fucking yard right now. Ryan says, I want you to go out of control, big fraud, Zane. This is about as out of control as I'll be. I'm just so damn happy. It's just so odd right now, so weird. I had a text conversation with Rick from TC Paintball. After the game, I texted Rick, can you believe this shit? What's happening here? He writes back, I just can't put into words how happy I am. Ben Johnson called a great game. Those first down throws kept those linebackers and safeties frozen. He knows more about this shit than I do. I'm like, oh. He writes, fucking awesome. I said, just wild. It's just so surreal. I can't believe it. And during that game, though, but I'm pretty quiet, outside of like, if there's a touchdown, like the touchdown to Josh Reynolds, you might get me going like that, but I'm pretty quiet. My wife and the NFK are the loud ones. Let's talk about Wood TV. Well, it wasn't Wood TV. I think this was a problem. They haven't pinpointed it. I don't know if they've pinpointed it. All I know is that it wasn't, that there was some tech issue going on, and we're all watching the game early on, and all of a sudden the screen goes black, and we're like, huh? I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe this is an Eric problem. Maybe it's something with us. Okay. Flip another channel. Another channel works. I go, okay, something that's not on our end. Throughout the Facebook post, anybody else having the same problems? Instantly, everybody says yes. Linda says the broadcast was fine in Lansing. All right, well, then that tells me it wasn't a network problem. Ryan, who knows a thing or two about TV, says Wood TV is master controlled out of a Nexstar hub out of some city somewhere. Donut Dan says Wood TV is getting their ass kicked on social media. Dave, Public Radio Dave, also used to work in the TV industry, writes, according to Wood, it was a regional Nexstar hub issue, which does align with what Ryan, also former TV guy, said. A lot of conspiracy theorists saying it was a way to get you to sign up for Peacock. I know. I immediately went over to Peacock. I didn't even know I had the fucking thing. But I guess somebody signed up for it to watch a Michigan State game before Mel Tucker started pounding his putt on the phone. Hey, hold on. No. Don't do that. So then I was like, okay, well, we got to watch this. So then, first of all, I put on 101.3 locally and was listening to it. And then I figured, oh shit, we got Peacock. Put it on. All right, great. After a little while, I went back to Wood. I don't know why. It's the same goddamn thing. And then it fucked up again. And then it kept like glitching out where you'd see like I'm on Ross St. Brown, catch a pass and take 2 steps. And then you'd see it all happen again. It was so weird. Oh, my God. But I guess it worked out. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave it right there because otherwise I'm just going to sit there and repeat myself over and over and say, oh, this is great. Ryan writes, this is a classic broadcast issue. Many local stations no longer have master control in the building. It's been cheapened like radio to one person in the middle of the country. All right. Well, there you go, folks. I'm going to leave it right there. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you coming up on Monday morning. Dave says the Peacock stream looked like it was being shot through cheesecloth. All right, there you go. That's the impromptu Eric Zane Lions reaction live stream. Enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to you coming up tomorrow morning right here. Thank you.